Good afternoon from Lorcombe Lane for Keighley's last home game of the season. After last week's humiliating defeat, we're hoping for something rather better today. The ground is good for fast open rugby, a little bit of a mud patch in the middle, but the wind might play a little bit of havoc in one or two passes. It's quite a strong wind. Well, the teams for this afternoon then: Keighley, number 1 Wayne Race, number 2 Stuart Chick, number 3 Tim Walsh, number 4 Andy Stevenson, number 5 Julian Thompson. Our halfbacks are number 6 Andre Plath, number 7 Heath Godfrey, and the forwards are 8 Greg Keighley, 9 Carlton Farrell, 10 Kevin Rose, 11 Mark Fairbank, 12 Phil Murphy, 13 Andy Gascoigne, and the subs 14 Phil Stevenson and 15 Ray Priestley. For Swinton then, number 1 Chris Wilkinson, number 2 Scott Ranson, number 3 Steve Snape, number 4 Barry Peters, and number 5 Ian Pickersvan. The halfbacks are number 6 Danny Griffiths, scrum half Barry Ashall, number 8 Andy Purcell, number 9 Alex Melling, number 10 Tony Morrison, number 11 John Allen, number 12 Shane Topley, and number 13 Peter Subrysky. And their subs are number 14 Steve Jackson and 15 Steve Herbert. Your commentators this afternoon, Jeff Rundle and Ian Fairhurst. For the start of the game, I'll pass you straight over to Jeff Rundle.
Well, thank you very...
Okay, go on.
Well, thank you very much, Norman, and we're all looking forward to this match, if only to see whether Keighley can regain some spirit after last week's shocking defeat. A much changed Keighley side, of course, many new faces, and of course this will not help the team play, because it's always difficult for new players to fit in. But it's Keighley in possession, and a good kick downfield, and it's found touch. A good kick by Phil Murphy, the number 12. The Keighley number 12 finds touch just inside the Swinton 25 line. And as I say, several new faces, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare. Swinton ball from that scrum, of course. Swinton head and ball, and they hooked it. Swinton in a top position in the table, no doubt wanting a win today, 2 more points to strengthen their positions in the forthcoming playoffs. But Keighley have to regain some pride and some confidence in their ability. And I think defence will be an important thing today. Oh, and a kick through and a charge down. And it's back to 1. Swinton regained the ball, rather unluckily for Keighley there. It didn't bounce their way. It was a charge down of a kick, and Keighley couldn't get possession from it. So Swinton moving the ball on the far side of the field. Their number 10, Tony Morrison there, rather a storming run. And moving a ball across to the far touchline side. And again on the far side, and oh so nearly through. That took everybody by surprise. Everybody thought the ball was coming infield. 6 tackles, so it will be a kick. And it's a chip through, and it's a tricky one. But Wayne Race gets it. It stood on end, but he managed to take possession. But a very, very good kick that. It dropped between the Keighley 3/4 and the Keighley full-back. And fortunately, the bounce, it stood up on end, and Wayne Race was able to collect it. But it could have been difficult, could that? And Carlton Farrell there, playing with the unaccustomed number 9 jersey, playing hooker today. And a loose ball out there, and the referee says forward. Referee says forward, he would have been better holding on there. So scrum down right in front of us here on the centre line, just inside the Keighley half, and it's Swinton heading ball, and it's a free kick to Swinton. Loose arm, I think, is giving. Yes. Keighley can't pulling on a jersey. Keighley can't afford to give away penalties. And not a very good kick for touch, mind you. Gains Swinton about 4 or 5 yards at the most. And that's their number 8. At the moment, Swinton keeping this ball among the forwards. And a good storming run there by the number 10, but he didn't get through. Keighley cover was across. And offside, I think. No, infringement in the play of the ball. Free kick to Keighley. Ian, what was that for? I didn't really spot that one.
That the first receiver of Swinton was actually too far forward. There's not many referees pick up on that, but they've also got to be 5 metres away from the ball as well.
Right. So, kick for touch. And it's Heath Godfrey to take the tap. The ball goes out to Andre Plath, and he's well tackled in possession. Not the biggest of players, and playing in a position there. Oh, and so nearly a slick pass out there by Gascoigne, but they just couldn't get going with it. But a nice run by Faddle there. Puts in a good pass out there, and it's Gascoigne out on the far side, but he dropped the ball. But a nice little break there. Takes play down under the Swinton 25. A good run there by Faddle. Carlton Faddle, who made that opening and got the ball moving. And it's a Swinton ball out to the wingman. Out to the number 2, Scott Ranson, but he didn't get through.
There's a chance there, Jeff.
Yes, as Norman says, there was a chance. Only a half chance, I feel, but still. Swinton keeping that ball moving there. Oh, and a storming run by their number 11, John Allen. The Swinton forwards taking the brunt of the play at the moment. And good Swinton support here this afternoon. Ball moving across. A good tackle there. And it's the 6th tackle. 5th tackle, rather. Kick. And again, one of these long raking kicks. Well fielded there by Julian Thompson, running across field, but he won't get away. Tackled in possession, but still it's Keighley with the ball. Wayne Race down the middle of the field. Back to 1 tackle, the referee says. And Keighley a little bit hesitant in that play of the ball there. And that was a number 12, Phil Murphy, who was looking for support when there wasn't any. Now Godfrey going to kick for touch. Long kick, found touch. Pushes Swinton back into their own half of the field. Of course, Keighley have the sun behind them and the wind with them in this first half. So obviously this is going to be important in the play. It's a Swinton ball. And the Swinton second row and loose forward are lying wide at this play of the ball, taking it at second receiver, trying to find a way through this Keighley defence. Some big, strong forwards in this Swinton pack. Now moving the ball across, but they've lost ground there. Good work by Keighley there. Swinton lost ground. 6th tackle coming up, and it'll be another kick chip through. They're going to have to watch this. Oh, and that's a kick ahead. And luckily for Keighley, it's gone into touch. Now, I would have thought by now they'd have learned that this pattern of play, that this chip through, this kick through on the 6th tackle is dropping between the 3/4 and the full back, and that one so nearly proved costly. Any comment, Ian?
Well, they are. The half-backs of Swinton are trying to chip over and catch the sweeper defender out of position at the moment. Probably with the idea that the ball will hold up in the wind, and it's something, yeah, it is. It's something that the full-back has either got to counter that, or the bob has got to sort out from behind the back of the defensive line.
So from that free kick, Keighley fine touch, and in possession, 10 yards inside their own half of the field. Gascoigne switches play. Nice little run, but nobody backing up at the vital moment. He brought play to the blind side and left the rest of the team behind. Oh, and that was a snatch pass there. And the referee says knock on. Very quick play there by one of the Swinton players at that play of the ball. Really rattled the Keighley team. And a free kick to Keighley, feeding his own half of the pack. The Swinton scrimmage half, Barry Ashall feeding his own half of the pack. Kick for touch, and that's a good kick. Much better kick that. Puts Keighley down on the Swinton 25. Now Keighley with the ball, what can they do? A good run there by Kevin Rose, but he seemed to finish up on his knees before he was really tackled. And once again, the Swinton number 3 there trying for an interception at that play the ball. They're going to have to be quick. And it's Kevin Rose there, so nearly over. A good storming run there, puts Keighley right on the Swinton line. What are they going to do? And it's an interception. Fortunately, Swinton didn't make much ground, but that was an interception. Keighley lost possession there in a good position. And they're going to have to watch it. The Swinton team are up very, very quickly at the play of the ball. And Swinton attacking on the far side, and it's the big number 13 who's trying to find a way forward but isn't successful, and it's the 6th tackle. And notice Heath Godfrey dropping back a bit there and covering that one. Yes, it was the same sort of kick through again. And that's Tim Walsh there trying to find a way forward, and as I speak there's a Swinton player on the ground, and this looks good, and it's the Keighley wingman down the touchline side, but he can't get the ball away, and he's pushed into touch. Stuart Chick there on loan to Keighley. A good run, a good bit of play. They just needed another yard of field there, and they haven't got it. And at the moment the Swinton crowd are complaining because there's a Swinton player on the ground, and they're suggesting there was foul play. Nobody saw it though. And it's a Swinton ball from that scrum. That looked to go well into the second row. So Swinton moving the ball across. But the Keighley cover's been good so far this afternoon. They're tackling well, they're covering well. Oh, and a nice pass out there, and a good run here. But the cover came across. And Keighley are back in defence, which they need to be. And they need to be coming up for this move, which could be dangerous. A good tackle there. A good tackle by Tim Walsh on his opposite, on the loose forward there, broke that movement up. And that was a bad tackle, because the number 8 was allowed to go with that one. But Swinton have lost ground. Swinton have lost ground in that move. And this is a kick again, a deep one this time. Well caught by Wayne Race on the full. And he takes play up to the halfway line. And no backing up there. Walsh ready to put a pass in there, but there's no backing up. Greg Hiley. Keighley just not backing up as well as they might do on occasions. And the ball's still moving. And he's still moving. Godfrey, now here's a chance. And a wrong move there. No, still going strong. The ball's still moving. All they've got to do is push it out to the wing. And a loose ball. Knock on. But Julian Thompson, I thought, had a chance there, but he couldn't come inside and beat the cover. He looked quite dangerous then.
Been impressed with Tim Walsh's defensive work in this half. He's played very well so far. He's got about the field, done his tackling, worked well from marker. It's a chance for Tim in the first team, and he's doing okay at the moment.
Yes, he has got through quite a number of tackles. But what can Keighley do now? Near the Swinton line, can they find a way forward? Andy Gascoigne out to Andre Plath, but he can't get through. Race, Gascoigne to Stevenson, but he's tackled in possession. Keighley haven't even got a full back in position at the moment. And the ball let go. Plath with it, gets in a pass. Godfrey out to the wingman. Can he make it? No, he can't. He's tackled into touch. Once again, Thompson hadn't just got the legs to go around and get in at the corner.
He's a very fast man there.
Obviously, this Ian Pickett, no, Scott Ranson rather, on that far side is as fast, if not faster, than Julian Thompson, and Thompson's not getting around him at the moment. But a good attacking spell by Keighley. Ooh, and a good smother tackle there by Andy Stevenson. A pass there would have been quite dangerous. This looks quite dangerous. A lot of players here, but they can't get the ball moving anymore. Sixth tackle. Little chip through again. Somebody has to go back for it. And it's Stevenson who takes it, Andy Stevenson, and he's tackled on the halfway line. Heath Godfrey across there to Mark Fairbank. Wayne Race up with the 3/4, up in the attack at the moment. And now flat on the floor. Oh, sorry, it didn't Wayne Race, it's Carlton Farrell.
Julian Thompson.
No, we're wrong. It's Julian Thompson. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. So, after about 20 minutes in this first half, still no score. And most of the play being in the Swinton half of the field. Keighley, of course, having the advantage of the wind. And a good run there by Greg Hiley, looking for support. And it's the sixth tackle. Now what are Keighley going to do here? And a loose ball that's gone straight to Swinton.
They were forward by 2 yards.
I would have thought they would have tried an up and under, but maybe we have nobody on the field at the moment that's good enough for that. Oh, and a lovely break up the centre of the field. And a good tackle by Wayne Race on the number 10, Tony Morrison, but what a good break up the centre of the field. And a knock on. Oh, and Swinton should have capitalised on that. Keighley were in disarray. A break right up the centre of the field. And play the ball and a knock on. And Julian Thompson still receiving treatment. And Keighley have not got possession from that. Keighley's head and ball, but they haven't got possession. So it's Swinton in possession on the halfway line, moving the ball across to the left. Still playing it with their big forwards who can do some damage. And that was it. Oh, this looks like a try, does it? No, the wingman held. Oh, the ball's still going. That was a dangerous move there, and Keighley missed one or two tackles. They're going to have to cover across now. And a slip pass back there. And a good kick across, a good kick through there. Oh, well taken by Tim Walsh. Well taken.
It comes up, doesn't it, that ball?
So Keighley in possession. Mark Fairbank trying to clear the line. That was Stuart Cheek, but he wasn't making any ground then. And a little bit of a wasted tackle that. And Carlton Farrell. And Carlton's actually lost a little bit of ground there. Keighley need to use this ball better than this. But that's a good kick there by Heath Godfrey. What a good kick. Puts play right down on the Swinton 25 line. Using the ball, using the wind, and pushing Swinton back. Swinton ball. And the trialist standoff, if he is a trialist, well, on loan to us, Andre Plath is getting through some tackling as well.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a second teamer, is he? Sorry, I was given to understand he was on loan to us. And a good tackle there by Wayne Race. Good tackle there, broke that move up, but there again, it was a break by the Swinton forwards. They're finding one or two gaps at the moment. Well, if that was a fifth tackle, so what will happen this time? It will be a kick, I think, will it? No, they're going to open it out on the sixth tackle. So it'll be a handover. And a knock-on. So having got the ball, we promptly lose it. Bad mistake there. First tackle. Bad mistake by Stevenson. The referee's not having that. The packs go down again. It's a Swinton ball. Oh, no. Swinton full-back coming up on the burst there. No, sorry, not the full-back, the centre, the number 3. But he didn't manage to get through, but that's a nice break there. And it's the wingman. Can he get round? No. Stuart Chick has him there. Swinton moving this ball about, looking dangerous. Oh, and a break up the middle there. Oh, and good cover. But the first tackle was the one that was missed. But good cover. And Swinton moving the ball, and there aren't enough men over here. There aren't enough. And the ball's still going. And it's loose. And it's picked up. And tackled into touch. And that looked really dangerous because there were about 6 or 7 Swinton players over there opposing only 4 Keighley players. But in the end, the thing slowed down and Keighley were able to recover. So Keighley had the ball and Keighley hooked it. Wayne Race coming away. That wasn't Wayne Race, it was Julian Thompson. A good run there by Julian. Now can Keighley clear the lines? Can they move this ball further downfield? Ooh, and that was a dangerous pass. Really dangerous pass. So nearly gave away a try there. So nearly an interception. And so Keighley on the 25 line, on their own 25 line, scrum down, and it's a Swinton ball around the blind side. This looks dangerous. And it's the Swinton wingman running across field. Has switched play beautifully. But Tim Walsh, a good smother tackle there. Broke that move up. And that was a good tackle there by the Keighley standoff. And a drop pass. It's come down. They're looking quite dangerous at the moment, the Swinton. They're throwing that ball about. They're making breaks. The finishing hasn't been very good. But otherwise they are looking dangerous, and we're helping them by, I feel, making one or two rather silly errors at the moment.
Well, we started off quite well, but in the last 5 minutes we're giving the ball away early on in the tackle count on 2 occasions, and it's something you just can't do. They did it often enough at Runcorn and paid the penalty. Let's hope the players have learned the lesson.
Oh dear. Oh! And once again, Keighley lose the ball. And this has been the pattern this last 5 or 10 minutes, as Ian says. We've never played out the full 6 tackles. Oh, and good cover there. Good cover by the standoff Andre Plath there, who broke up that move. Ooh, and that was a storming run by the number 11, but he was tackled and he's hurt. He's hurt Tim Walsh there in that tackle. So it's Swinton in a good attacking position. Are they going to capitalise on it? That should be a Keighley ball.
It's done the right thing, guys.
That should be a Keighley ball, and it is. Mistake by Swinton there. Keighley forwards at the moment. Nice Gascoigne. Pass out to Gascoigne. He can't get the ball away. Good tackle there. He couldn't get that ball going, and we lost ground on that. And a kick there, which is going to be ball back. Kick there by Phil Murphy, which is ball back. So it's scrum down, 10 yards outside the Keighley 25, and it's Swinton's head and ball. According to me, we've played almost half an hour. Got another 10, 12 minutes to go in this half. And it's a Swinton ball. Oh, and a cheeky kick through there. Oh, and that was really dangerous. Tim Walsh didn't catch it the first time, and it went back to Wayne Race, and he was lucky to hold it. But at least Keighley are in possession from that. And a good storming run there. A really good run by Phil Murphy there. Oh, and a lovely break there by the standoff. Oh, what a shocking pass. What a shocking pass.
He should have drawn the man, gone another 10 yards and drawn the man.
What a shocking pass. A lovely breakthrough there. Andre Plath put through, and when he got through, he didn't seem quite confident about what he was going to do with it, and he passed far too soon, and it wasn't a very good pass, and the pass was not held. An opportunity missed there. Well, Keighley at the moment are managing to hold Swinton with their tackling, but it makes you wonder how long. And really, we need some points on the board to give the team confidence. Still no score. And a lost pass. Offside, that Swinton player, we seem to think. But it's a Keighley ball. Godfrey to Gascoigne. Gascoigne can't find a way through. Held in possession. Godfrey to Race. but he's going to be held. Ooh. Walsh did well to hold that one. Oh, and another drop ball, but it was dropped behind him, so it's all right. But it's the 6th tackle. And that's a kick that's not going to go any distance. 2 Swinton players went for the ball, and it's a Keighley ball. Finished up as a Keighley ball. 2 went for it, 1 collided into the other, and Keighley gained possession. And Carlton Farrell can't find a way through there. He did right to stick. There was no way through on this side. And a nice break there, and Godfrey through, but no backing up. Nice break there by Greg Keighley to Godfrey, but no backing up. Now what can they do here? Gascoigne, a pass out there. Oh, and it's a try! A good try there, beautifully put through. He turned inside and beat the full-back without any trouble at all. Ian.
Yeah, excellent piece of play there from Keighley. At last they got into the Swinton half, and I feel at the moment our forwards really aren't banging the ball up hard enough just off the play of the ball. But that was a perfect example of what can happen when Greg Keighley actually took the ball up strong and hard, hit the first line of defence, managed to unload. The play was carried on by the half-backs, and Murphy finished it off wonderfully with a step inside to go under the posts.
Well, I'm sure that will encourage the Keighley team. And it came just at the right time in this half with... And conversion there. So that's 6 points to Keighley, none to Swinton. After
near that close. Only played by about a foot.
After 32 minutes in the first half of this game, about 8 minutes left to play. Now, so long as Keighley don't do anything silly and give away a try. Deep kick. Well taken by Gascoigne to Julian Thompson. But he's not going to find a way through. He hesitated instead of running hard. That was Greg Keighley, who was well bounced down there. Pass back to Carlton Farrell. Carlton Farrell finds a way. He can duck between men. He just couldn't unload that ball when he'd got through. Now Andy Gascoigne, who's going to kick well downfield. It'll be a chase for it. It won't go dead. It won't go dead, but it's going to put Swinton well down on their own line, hopefully. Yes. Put Swinton where we want them, down on their own line. Swinton forwards at the moment, but at least they're not trying to unload it in the tackle, so it's tending to die. And we're on that was the 5th tackle, so it'll be a kick now, and it's the chip again. Thompson took it and dropped it. Oh dear! Oh dear, this must be a try! It isn't! Well, that looked like a certain try. And that looked like a certain try. And really, I think Heath Godfrey made a mistake. He didn't go for the ball because he knew he was offside, but it'd have been better if he had done. So Swinton in a good attacking position now. Can they make it pay? And the ball's still moving. And it's down, and it's the 6th tackle, so where's this one going? Oh, and a knock on. it's the first knock-on that counts, I think. Yeah, scrum down, Keighley heading ball. Well, that was it. That was an escape.
It was. I had money on them scoring there, and they did the wrong thing by turning inside instead of going for the line when they came up the swing.
But once again, it was those kicks through that are proving so dangerous.
The clever kicks, because they're holding in the wind. They aren't kicking deep. They're just kicking far enough, and the wind's holding it. So we've got to get at that ball straight away.
Yes, and Godfrey knew he was offside and left it, and he'd probably been better dropping on it and conceding a free kick. Although, as it turns out, it... Oh, and Keighley with the ball, and really there was a lack of backing up there. They could have got that ball moving. And a free kick to Swinton there for obstruction. Well, I wouldn't have been surprised if that had gone the other way for a high tackle. It looked very high, did that? And Swinton with the ball. 36 minutes played, 4 minutes left in this half. And Keighley could do with going in with his 6 points lead at half time. They don't want to concede anything. And the ball moving right across the Swinton line to the far side. Oh, and a long ball. Oh, this looks dangerous. This does look dangerous. And Thompson didn't commit himself, and so the cover was able to take the centre. And really, Swinton lost ground with that movement. And that's an up and under. That looks dangerous to me. And it's a drop pass. Will it be a try? Yeah.
Oh, race. He didn't put that ball, did he?
The touch judge and the referee are having a discussion, but I think it's a try. Yeah. Yes, Race. I thought Race had got that ball, but he dropped it. And so this puts Swinton back in the game again. And means that we're probably going at half-time, evens. Rather unfortunate that, Ian?
Yeah, unfortunately, last tackle again hoisted up a huge up and under, and the fullback unable to take it, and they've just rounded it off by capitalising on the mistake from Wayne Race at fullback.
Yes, it wasn't an easy kick, and no kicks are going to be easy to field with this wind today. He got his fingers to it, I think, but then lost it. Yes. So it's 6 points all, and I make it 2 minutes left to play. Kick out from the halfway line, it's a long one. Fielded by Ian Pickavance on the far side. The wingman, but he's tackled on the Swinton 25. Keighley must keep up their tackling. That was oh, and an interception! An interception there! And a good run there by Stevenson. He didn't pass the wingman, but the wingman was covered, so Casey Keith in an attacking position. Julian Thompson trying to find a way forward. Takes play to within a couple of yards of the Swinton line. Now Keithley have to be careful here, not do anything silly. Just try and find that little gap without losing the ball. Oh, and that was miles forward. A stupid pass. Godfrey turned and passed it on the far side. It went a long way forward, and it so far forward it bounced off a Swinton player, and Swinton gained possession. And once again, that was an example of Keighley giving the ball away in a silly way before the 6 tackles were up. Swinton now clearing the line. Good cover tackling there. And it's a 6 tackle. And are there going to be a kick through again? I don't know. But Thompson looks to be too far forward. No. He's feeling it comfortably. Well, he handed off 2-3 players there. Pity he wasn't going forward instead of a crossfield. Oh, and a good run there. Oh, a good run there by Kevin Rose. Looking for support and there was none, but it was a good break and a pass back there to Fairbank, but he'll be tackled in possession. I feel these Keighley forwards could do well if they could just back up a little more. Oh, and Greg Keighley, a pass out there, and a long pass on, it's intercepted, but it was worth a try, but it just wasn't lobbed far enough. If it had been lobbed a little further, I think that would have been in at the corner. And according to me, it's time. The clock on the scoreboard isn't going, but as far as we know, there's no injury time. It should be time. So, oh, and a break here. But good cover there. Good cover there. And now Swinton throwing the ball across. Keighley must go across. Oh, and go. Oh! A tap through there, well fielded. I think it was Keighley who fielded it, but he's out at the moment. Now the ball come across to Fairbank. Fairbank in centre of the field. And there's a hooter for half-time with the score, Keighley 6, Swinton 6.
He's getting his chance today and he's trying to do something with it.
Yeah, but he's getting through some tackling. Well, welcome back to the second half. And Keighley kick off. Ball goes into touch. Mistake there by Swinton, and it's a scrum down 10 yards from the Swinton line. But of course it's Swinton head and ball. And a good tackle there. Breaks up that move. So let's see what Swinton will do in this half when they've got the wind behind them. They're going to kick, and that's the first time there. And Race is not going to get that one. Oh, very, very good kick indeed. Pushes Keighley back to their own 25 line. So the question will be now, are Keighley good enough to get out of their half of the field? Because kicking isn't going to do them a great deal of good, I wouldn't have thought, with this strong wind blowing downfield. It's a Keighley ball. Race. Good run by Wayne Race there. Made a good 15 or 20 yards. Strong run. And Godfrey wasn't full there. Didn't give that pass away, and it looked like an interception. Now it's Carlton Farrell. And he's taken play to the halfway line. So that really, that's 3 good moves from that play the ball there.
That's where sides count.
And Keighley playing in very close indeed. And it's the Keighley second row, Phil Murphy there, and it's a last tackle. Carlton Faddle, kick through, it's a bouncy one. And it's fielded by Ian Picker-Vance, and he's running across field. A good strong run then, rather a high stepping runner. A good strong run across field there by Picker-Vance. And I think it's Murphy that looks as though he's injured, and a kick. And this one's an up and under. Race dodges one tackle and slips. And Wayne Race let that ball bounce and fielded it from the bounce. Whether that was the right thing, I'm not so sure, but at least it worked for Keighley. What would have happened if it had bounced the other way, I don't know. Andy Gascoigne, little jinking run there to the halfway line. And at the moment, the Keighley second row, Phil Murphy's receiving treatment on the Swinton 25 line, and that's a drop pass. Knock on there. Scrum down. Swinton ball right on the halfway line in the centre of the field. Swinton ball. Switch direction. And a good run there. Yes, the pass slipped inside, and a good run by the number 3, Steve Snape there. Now the ball moving across to the left, but a crunching tackle there by Mark Fairbank on the centre. Broke up that move. Swinton now moving the ball across. And that's the number 13 there, who's got that ball away. Move on the far side, and the ball's still going. And it's still going. Very good play by Swinton there. They kept that ball moving. One more pass, and it might have really opened things up. But Keighley smothered it at the last minute. And at the moment, the play seems to be to move it out. 3 or 4 tackles for the Swinton second row to try and barge a way through. And that's a high one by the scrum half, and it's going to go down. And at the moment, Andy Stevenson is receiving treatment on the Keighley 25 line. That's Keighley. Tap penalty on the tap out on the 25 line. Mark Fairbank there takes that ball, but not getting anywhere. Andy Gascoigne, a pass out there to Carlton Faddle, but he won't get through. It's a good pass, and Faddle was well placed, but he couldn't get through. And Gascoigne again puts in it, slips a pass out there. Nice little break. That's what Gascoigne's good at, is getting between 2 players and slipping out a pass, and it made some good grounded. That now, what can we do on the far side? And a kick ahead. It's loose, it's anybody's, knock on. No, the referee says knock back. Swinton in possession then, near their own line. It was, and a break here that should never have happened. And a good tackle by Wayne Race. That really saved the day, but that shouldn't have let that break go. It was a good move by Stuart Chick on the far side, a good run and a good kick ahead. And nearly proved profitable for Keighley. And Swinton coming strongly now with their forwards at second and third receivers. And it with a loose forward here. Dummies as if to pass back inside, doesn't do so. Finally does pass, knocks on, I thought, but the referee didn't. He says 5th tackle, and it's ball back. So it will be Keighley possession. With a handover. Play the And that again was another example of a pass, a silly pass. It was to no one. It just dropped on the floor, and a Swinton player picked it up, and really Keighley were lucky that their break didn't prove more dangerous. Oh, and good tackle there. Good tackle by Walsh there. Broke that up. And it's Swinton throwing that ball about. Oh, and a break down the middle. And the referee in the way there. Now what's going to happen here? Good cover, but the referee was definitely in the way there. And it's the sixth tackle. Now Keighley need to hold out here.
Trying to push him into touch.
No, it's the handover. Is it? Yes, it's the handover. It's a Keighley ball. It didn't score.
I thought it was a mistake trying to push him into touch.
Now Keighley have to get away from here. And that's Greg Hiley. Good run. Good run there by Greg Hiley. Oh, and another good run there. Another good run by Kevin Rose, helping to clear the Keighley line. And a switch pass there to Mark Fairbank. Mark Fairbank passes back to Godfrey. Oh, and a switch back, pass back there that's gone astray, but it's been... Keighley ball. Well, that was a real mix-up there. It looked to go loose, it looked to be knocked on, but eventually it was a Keighley ball, and this is a free kick. Foot up in the scrum. Kick for touch, doesn't find a great deal of ground. But Keighley in possession. Score still 6 apiece. Everything to play for by both sides. Carlton Fadlon. Nice break, can't get the ball away. Heath Godfrey puts in a pass there to Hiley. To Gascoigne, that looked like an obstruction to me. Out to the wingman on the far side, but it's play's been brought back. Obstruction. Free kick to Swinton. That's the second time that we've had Keighley penalised for an obstruction. And so far about 10 minutes gone in the second half of this game. Oh, and a good kick for touch. Oh, very good kick. Takes play midway between the halfway line and the Keighley 25. And that looked like a drop ball, but the referee does not stop play. And a switch in direction here. That big number 10 again, Tony Morrison. Certainly worked hard, these Swinton forwards, second and third receivers, trying to batter away through. But up to now, the Keighley defence has held them out. Can it continue like that? And a switch in direction, and here that'll really look dangerous. The number 3, Steve Snape, coming up on the burst there. Really looked dangerous. And that looks like the handover. So at this point, I hand you over to Ian to continue the commentary.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. And we've got about just under 30 minutes of this game to go, and it's the game even Stevens at the moment, 6 points apiece. But I reckon this wind advantage is worth about 8 points. So it should be quite an interesting last quarter that we have here. So the lock's deadlocked at the moment at 6 points each, and it's Swinton in possession on the Keighley 25, and the centre joining the line well there, looking to break the first line of defence and offload, but he's well wrapped up there by Gascoigne and Stevenson, and the ball is moved out right for Swinton with scrum half Ashall. And he picks an inside runner who manages to offload to Sabritsky, stands up in the tackle, gets the ball out to the centre, number 4, who scrambles over, and the referee has given a try to centre Barry Peters there, who scrambled over off Peter Sabritsky's pass. He went onto his knees in the tackle, but managed to maintain the ball that was the arm that was carrying the ball off the ground, and a quick scramble over, he managed to reach out and put the ball down. So that try gives Swinton the advantage for the first time in the game. Try to centre Peters, puts his side at 10 points to 6, and coming down the slope, and with the wind in their favour, Wilkinson attempting to kick the ball, convert it, he's missed it. So the score remains at 10-6 in favour of Swinton. Chris Wilkinson, the player signed from Dewsbury recently, unable to convert that try from Peters. So, as I say, Swinton with the slope and wind in their favour. Now 10 points to 6 in front, got the noses in front for the first time in the game. It'll be interesting to see how Keighley reacts to this. It's been a much improved defensive performance by Keighley. Certainly in this first 50 minutes of the game as to what we've had recently, but can the players keep the momentum going and in fact come back at this very useful Swinton side, who are hoping to clinch promotion today by gaining the points here at Lorcombe Lane. If they do, they're well on the way to going back into the first division, but I think the Keighley team will have something to say about that in this last quarter of the game. And it's Wilkinson kicking down the field, right-footed, he's pushing the ball along the ground, he's manages to turn his opposite number, Wayne Race, who has to run back and field the ball almost on his own try line before he gallops away, and he makes about 15-20 metres before he's held by the Swinton chase, a group of Swinton chasers there. So here comes Stuart Chick darting away from acting half, gains a few metres. Mark Fairbank with that head guard on, can distinguish Mark. He's good gallop there away, brushed a few tacklers off and feeds Andy Gascoigne coming in at first receiver. He's well met there by second row man Shane Tapia, the Kiwi player, ex-Mansfield player, now playing his trade at Swinton. And referee Mr Gilmore from Workington signals last tackle, and Murphy puts the ball upfield right-footed. It's held up in the wind, and winger Pickavance retrieves for his side and comes infield, runs into Carlton Farrell. So Keighley got it all to do now, coming up the slope, 4 points adrift. So there's 25 minutes of this game to go. And it's the blue shirts of Swinton keeping the ball close, but it's spilled there, and Farrell picks up the loose ball and gains possession for Keighley. And a little gap there for Fairbank to run out. That's another good yardage gain by Mark Fairbank. That's 2 good runs he's had in the last few minutes for his side. Now, what can Keighley produce here? Hiley, big Greg Hiley bringing the ball forward, but nothing there for him. So Keighley decide to move it out left with Murphy, who jinks it back inside, finds Heath Godfrey. Picks the ball up well by Gascoigne, and finds a little gap, tries to put it out to Plath. Receives and there is Thompson over in the corner for Keighley. Lovely try there for Keighley. They've hit back, coming up the slope into the wind. Some good play there by the three quarters. Instigated really from Andy Gascoigne, keeping the ball alive, moving the ball out to his standoff half. Andre Plath fed the centre, Andy Stevenson, who managed to straighten the defence up and put winger Julian Thompson in to the corner there. So we've certainly got a game on our hands now.
About 18 minutes.
So roughly about 22 minutes of the half to go, and Keighley have hit back the reply to that Swinton try. The reply was the try to Julian Thompson in the corner there to tie the scores up, with Murphy not managing to add the goal points, I'm afraid. So we certainly got back on level terms, and it's certainly going to make for a very interesting last 20 minutes here at Lorcombe Lane. As I say, Swinton coming down the slope with the wind in their favour. I would gauge this win really about an 8-point advantage, so the very fact that we're locked at 10-all shows what a close game we do have here. Wilkinson kicking off, restarting the game, right-footed down the field, and fielded by Wayne Race. Nearly a mistake. Let's hope Keighley can look after the ball. Bring the ball nice and carefully out of the danger area. Andre Plath going for a little run from acting half, gains a few metres. Heath Godfrey looking for a forward, finds Phil Murphy, who does a bit of a juggling act. Manages to keep hold of the ball, and that's the main thing. Keighley, of course, with vastly changed side from the team which played last week at Runcorn after that humiliating defeat. Coach Tony Fisher certainly has rung the changes here in an attempt to bolster his side up, and it's having the required effect so far. It's a good chase from that kick. Wilkinson met by Plath. And here comes Swinton through prop forward, Alex Mellin. Sorry, it's Andy Purcell. Mellin's this hooker that goes in at acting half there. Quite effective front row, Swinton, of Purcell, Melling and Morrison. Morrison, a very dangerous prop forward who tends to work the blind side or stands out wide. Very strong running player who certainly caught the eye in recent weeks for Swinton. But so far today he's been well pleased by his opposite number in the Keighley pack. That's Kevin Rose. Here comes Wayne Race from the scrum, joins the line, brings play up to roughly just inside the Keighley half, and Carlton Farrell in the unaccustomed position of hooker. But he's certainly not done anything wrong this afternoon. He's worked hard from that position. He's given good service to his club, and here's another player that's new to the Keighley first team this season, Tim Walsh. He's got his chance in the centre, play after some good displays in the A-team. And there's Keighley, feeds Gascoigne, he's looking for a break. Oh, he tries to find winger Stuart Chick, but he's brought the ball down, and the referee says he pulled it forward. So he's going to give a scrum down, but a good break there off Greg Keighley. Well followed up by Gascoigne, but the last pass, I'm afraid, just going to ground. So it's Swinton will get head and feed, and from the scrum, but the referee's given them a penalty anyway. So he's not had the players back the required distance, so a penalty given there for offside. So Wilkinson will aim to push play deep into the Keighley half. Fine kick there from Chris Wilkinson, ex-Fulham and Dewsbury. Good goal kicker. Keighley are not going to have to allow him any chances for pots at goal this half. With the wind in his favour, he's a very dangerous marksman. And the Swinton crowd now, the supporter trying to get behind their time, and here's a break from Shane Tapia, well brought down by Wayne Race. The Swinton supporters hoping to see their side going to the first division this afternoon. And here comes Sabritsky, he's well held by Farrell. They're looking dangerous to Swinton. Keighley looking a little bit ragged in defence here, a little bit at 6s and 7s, so they're in a dangerous position. What will they do, move the ball or go for a drop goal? Mellin going over from acting half. It's the last tackle now. Sabritsky's setting up, and somebody's trying to go over very close, trying to get the ball out. The ball's dropped up on the floor. So it's a handover, so the Keighley defence held out quite well there under difficult situation. They're going to have to bring the ball away, and there is Walsh. Played well so far this afternoon as young Tim Walsh and Greg Keighley, but they're bringing it towards the posts rather than away from the posts. And Keighley gets yardage and the ball away to Gascoigne. Here comes Heath Godfrey feeding Kevin Rose. Good steady run by Rose. And what can Keighley create here? It's Murphy. Tries a little grubber kick through. Well picked up by Murphy. Can't get the ball away, unfortunately, as he hits the deck. So the referee signals last tackle. Here comes Keighley. Chips the ball over the top. Thompson will have to chase his opposite number, which he manages to do quite well. And halts further progress from his opposite number, Ian Pickavance there. Good defence by Plath and Stevenson. So that's 3 tackles done, and Andy Gascoigne calling for the defensive line to spread as they attempt to move the ball, but a kick over the top from scrum half Ashall. It's an excellent kick from Ashall. It's push play down into the 25. So we've got just 15 minutes to go here at Lorcombe with the score Keighley 10, Swinton 10. And the Swinton supporters urging their side on. And the ball's come out on the Keighley side with winger Stuart Chick. Comes in field. Brings play to just over the 25, and here comes Andrew Plath, hands on to fullback Race. But the defence is covered there. There's no gaps at the moment appearing in this Swinton line. Here comes Gascoigne. Maybe he can prize a gap out. He managed to throw the ball back out to Fairbanks, but they're tackling well at the moment at Swinton, moving in very quickly around the play the ball area. They've got some very hard working forwards on defence, and they've had to make Keighley kick the ball forward through Heath Godfrey. Now this is a place where Keighley have to work very hard in the centre of the field, shut down the play, just as Swinton have done to them. How well can the defensive line work here for Keighley? Can they move up quickly? Can they stifle the attacks? And that's good moving by the line. It's stifled the attack. Oh, the ball's gone loose, and it's picked up by number 11, Tapia. The referee bring it all the way back. And the Swinton officials below us here not very happy with Mr. Gilmore's decision there, but he's taking the first knock on, so Keighley rather fortuitously get the head and ball here. And Wayne Race at fullback looks to be struggling a little bit with an arm injury. He's had treatment for it earlier on in this half. But there's no sign of substitution. He appears to be okay now, so it's Keighley. The scrum is completely wheeled round, so they'll have to go again. I wonder if we're in for another cliffhanger, Jeff.
I don't know. We've just been wondering whether he's going to bring on a sub, whether he's going to bring Priestley on to try and break through.
Well, certainly we can't complain at lack of cliffhangers down here at Lorcombe.
We can't, no, we've had them this year.
And it looks like another one here, because we've got about another 13 minutes to go of this game, and they're locked together at 10 points apiece.
When it's our turn to win a cliffhanger for a change.
Yes, I'd agree with that one. It's Keighley in possession. Oh, the ball. Yes, the ball. Bad pass, really. Had to be snatched up by the centre Stevenson. It's gone forward, so a chance lost there. And field position, I fancy lost. And Plath, by coming up quickly on the outside from the standoff position, forced his opposite number back inside, so that's one tackle gone. And Subritsky trying to break him up down the middle, and Farrell pulls the ball out. It's a good piece of work there by Carlton Farrell. And Mark Fairbank having a go from acting half. He's had a good solid game as Mark Fairbank this afternoon. Always made the necessary yardage required. And the crowd now, it's the time of the Keighley fans to get behind their team. You could hear the roar from the supporters as Keighley bring play into the Swinton 25. Godfrey switches it to the right with Gascoigne looking for a little gap. He's managed to wriggle out of a tackle but not got too far before Melling pulls him down. Supporters urging Keighley on as Heath Godfrey switches the ball back blind to Mark Fairbank, steps out of a tackle but he can't get through that first line of defence. Referee signals last tackle. What will happen here? It's Farrell feeds Gascoigne to Hiley. Looks to be going nowhere here, does Greg Hiley. It's the last tackle and he'll blow him up, turn